Good morning, dear student. Once again, welcome in science class, and I hope you all are doing your study properly. As you know that from the 21st of this month, we are going to start our first PT1 exam. So the syllabus for your PT1 is two chapter. That is first the crop production and management, and the second chapter that is about the microorganisms, friend and foil. So these are the two chapter is the syllabus for your PT first exam. And if you have any doubt, and many students they join later this online class, so for the more explanation about this chapter, you can find it the online classes through the our school YouTube channel. So you go there and you can search all these the classes and all the topic, so you can find it there all the class. So please don't worry about that. You can find there will be a platform, this is YouTube channel of our school channel, so you can see there all the videos, and you can see you can clear your doubt from there. So now today we have the revision class, and we start the revision from the first chapter, that is about water crop production and management. So here we are describing the brief notes or brief important points, or you can say summary of this chapter. So watch it carefully and for further explanation or for further queries, you can ask to me without any hesitation. There will be no problem. Okay, so now let's we start our revision class. So first chapter is crop production and management. So first, what is the agriculture? As you know that we define the agriculture, the practice of raising the plants and rearing of animals for the food and other useful product. Means the process or method or practice of growing plants and rearing of animal for the food product and for the other product. As we know that the animal and the plants are what? The important part of our food. Means we are getting the many different type of food from water, from the plants and animals. Other than food, we are also getting various kind of things which is necessary, which favor our life from plants and animals. So this practice is called water agriculture. Now next, the crop. So crop means what? Crop means the same kind of plant or similar type of plant. If you visit to a farmhouse or in any field, you can find it there the same kind of plant. Means you can find the wheat plant, you can find the maize plant, barley, means whole field that is covered with the water, same kind of a plant. So that is similar or the same kind or one kind of a plant that grows on a large scale in a field, that is called water, that is called crop. And now crop can be defined, categorized or classified into two form or two type, that is based on what? A season. Means which season is suitable for which type of crops. So on the basis of that, we classify it into two categories. First one is the rabi crops. Rabi crops, commonly it is known as the winter crop, because the time period for this rabi crop is what? During the winter. Means the timing for the rabi crop is from October to March and April. Means is this rabi crops is planted, should be planted at or in the month of October, and at the end of March and coming of April, it should be harvested. So this is the time period. Means the season for a rabi crop is winter. So that's why it is also known as a winter crops. For example, winter crops means which is grown in the water, cold season, winter season. सर्दियों के टाइम में जो फसलें उगाई जाती है, that is called water that crops is called rabi crops. And example is what wheat, gram, pea, this barley. This all are the examples of what this rabi crop, means they are planted or harvested in the winter season, means from October to March and April. Now next, kharif crop. Second one is what kharif crop. Kharif crop, it is also known as the summer crop. Why it is called summer crop? Because the time period for sowing and harvesting of kharif crop is what during the summer, means from June to September. This kharif crop, example like paddy, sugarcane, groundnuts, these are the example of what kharif crop, and this crop should be planted in the month of June and harvested at the end of September month. So that's why it is known as what kharif crop. Now next, this crops also classified on the basis of the useful product we are getting. So these are the different type of crops. For example, cereals, and these are what this is the based on what the product we are getting, means how it is useful for us, in what ways, what things we are getting from that crops. So on the basis of that purpose, what is the purpose of growing that crops, for getting what. Okay, so on the basis of that we are classified into 6 and 7 different types. First one is the cereals. Cereal means all kinds of the grains, wheat, paddy, corn, maize, barley, this all are the cereals. Then fiber crops. Fiber crops means like cotton, jute, flax, this all are known as what fiber crops. Then spices means all kinds of the spices, cardamoms. Then this like this all are spices. Then oil yielding crops means like mustard, sunflower, which what the good source of water oil, means we can extract oil from that. Then sugarcane, sugar yielding crops, from which we derived we getting water, sugar, vegetables, fruits. So these are the water different kinds of crops on the basis of water, means what type of a purpose they fulfill. Okay, so there are the different types of water crops. First one, this is the based on the season, and the second one is the based on water purpose, means what things, what useful product we are getting from that. Now next, we are discussing about the water agriculture practices. Okay, so this is about agriculture and crops and type of crops. Now next we are going to discuss water agriculture practices one by one. So you know that to ensure the good yield by the farmer, these practices should be adopted. These are some basic practices of water agriculture. Means the first one is water. These are some the practices that are adopted by the farmer for water, for good production of a crop. So first one is the preparation of soil. Means the soil should be prepared first to ensure the good yield. Means directly if you go to a field and start to sprinkle the seeds, so what happen, you can not able to find it, or you cannot find the good crops. You cannot think about or you cannot expect the good crop, because what simply there will be no preparations before the sowing. So before the sowing the soil should be proper prepared, and for the preparation of soil there are the different processes. There are three different processes. First one, water plugging. This is also sometimes called the tilling. Second one, leveling, and third one is water adding manure and fertilizers. So these are the three basic the sub practices that involve in the water, the preparation of a soil. Means ये जो तीनों practices है वो इस preparation of soil में आती है. Means how we can prepare the soil. So first one, First one is water, that is plugging and tilling. Plugging and tilling means the turning and loosening of soil, and this can be done by water, by the plow. By the plow that will be that is driven by water, by the ox and the bullock in the olden time. But now in the modern era or in the modern age, this can be done by water, the cultivators, which is driven by the tractor. Now next, the leveling. So after plugging, the leveling, this leveling can be done with the leveler, and the leveler is formed by water. It is made up of the heavy log of wood or maybe the metallic heavy log. So it make water this the field uniform or level. So it has some advantage, means it is easy to irrigate, means it easy for giving the water, and it forms water the field uniform in a level. There will be no the big lumps of soil there. Okay, so this problem short out can be short out by the process of leveling. And third thing is adding a manure and a fertilizer. As you know that the manure and fertilizer, manure is a organic compound, organic substance which is formed by the decomposition of dead and decaying organisms by the microbes. So it's a organic compound or organic substance, or you can say the biodegradable substance, which have no harmful effects on the environment. Fertilizer, on the other hand, this is the chemical which is rich in the nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium and calcium. This type of substance or nutrients provided by the fertilizer. But this is a non-biodegradable substance, means if we use excessive amount, in the large amount, if we use continually this fertilizer, it have a harmful effect, and slowly that soil became unfertile or barren. We know that this fertilizer gives the quick response, but water ultimately it is harmful for us, for the soil and for the whole environment, because it's not biodegradable. It's non-biodegradable substance which cannot be decomposed by microbes, and it is also a cause for the water pollution, because some amount of the chemical is mixed with the water resources by the process of leaching. Okay, so adding manure and fertilizer, it water, it supplies some specific nutrient that is good for and that is useful for the development of plants or crops. So these are the three different sub method, or you can say process which is in a water preparation of soil. Means by doing these three processes we can prepare the soil very well, and it is ready for water for the sowing. Means we can start the second step after this preparation of soil. So what is our second step? What is the second practice after the preparation of soil? That is what? Selection and the sowing of seed. This is the second one. So now after this, when this all things are done by the farmer, so now next, in the next step, farmer select the seed. So why it is important, selection of seed? Because these all things are based on what? The type of seeds. What type of seeds is selected by us or the farmer? That is the main important point. If we simply select the spoilage seeds or the infected by the germs, this type of disease or low quality disease seeds, then what happen? That the seeds are not properly germinate, and we are not think about what we cannot expect the good yield, because what, जैसा हमने फसल बोया है वैसा ही मिलेगा, क्योंकि फसल हमने, यू कैन से दैट हमने सीड्स कैसे लिए, लो क्वालिटी के ना, अच्छी क्वालिटी के नहीं है, तो सीड शुड बी healthy and should be good quality, high yielding variety should be selected by the what, farmer. And next, the sowing of seeds. Sowing of seed means what? The sowing of seeds means it's the process of placing the seeds. The process of placing the seeds into soil is known as what? Sowing of seed. And this sowing of seeds, this can be done by different three method. First one is the broadcasting. This broadcasting simply sprinkle of seeds with the hands, or means simply in the olden days what happened? The farmer sprinkle simply the seeds with their hands. Okay, so that method is called what? Broadcasting. Okay, देखा होगा ना आपने खेत में, फील्ड में है ना, फार्मर क्या करते हैं, वो ना थैली में या ऐसे सीड्स भर के अपने हाथ से मुट्ठी में पकड़ के इस तरह से स्प्रिंकल करते रहते हैं. सो व्हाट हैपन in this? There will be water. It arises when a main problem, that is there will be no uniform distribution of the seeds. Somewhere the seeds are scattered very far away from each other, and in some way, and somewhere what happened, many seeds are placed in the soil. So what they start germination, and after germinating what happened, they start for fighting for food, space, sunlight and water. So it's not a good, means ब्रॉडकास्टिंग से आप यूनिफॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन नहीं कर सकते. कहीं पे सीड एक साथ में बहुत सारे गिर जाएंगे, कोई जगह बिल्कुल खाली रह जाएगी, है ना, बिकॉज एक तरह से ही हम डिस्ट्रीब्यूट नहीं कर सकते. कहीं पे अपन अपने मुट्ठी से ना ज़्यादा सीड्स को स्कैटर कर देंगे, फैला देंगे, और कहीं पे कम गिर जाएंगे, तो यूनिफॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन नहीं होता है. सो दिस मेथड हैव दिस मोस्ट what disadvantage. Okay, so this problem can be sorted out by the water, by the seed drill. So seed drill means it's a metallic funnel shaped like this, and this the metallic tube installed on water cultivators, and the seeds is placed here by the farmer. So seeds can be placed uniformly in the soil. Means आप सीड ड्रिल का यूज करोगे तो क्या होगा, the seeds can be placed at a uniform distance and a uniform depth. Means there will be no problem about overcrowding. Means जो सीड्स है वो एक फिक्स डेफिनेट डिस्टेंस पे और डेफिनेट डेप्थ पे ही अपन प्लेस्ड कर सकते हैं, उसकी सोइंग कर सकते हैं. इसमें कोई भी ओवर क्राउडिंग की प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती है. सो दिस ब्रॉडकास्टिंग की जो प्रॉब्लम थी वो हम सीड ड्रिल के द्वारा अपन सॉर्ट आउट कर सकते हैं. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट? प्लांटेशन. नाउ दिस इज मेथड इज एप्लीकेबल फॉर द crops like paddy, tomato, chilies. These are the some crops which is sown by the process of plantation. So plantation is very clear. We have one open area, small open areas. First we grow the plant here, and that portion is called nursery. मीन्स क्या करते हैं हम, पहले पौधों को ना, क्रॉप को, सीड्स को एक अलग से जगह पे उगाते हैं, जिसको अपन उस प्लेस को कहते हैं नर्सरी. सो आफ्टर ग्रोइंग दैट सीड्स इनटू बेबी प्लांट और द सीडलिंग, देन व्हाट, फार्मर सेलेक्ट द हेल्थी क्रॉप्स, हेल्थी प्लांट्स, है ना. फार्मर क्या करेगा, यहाँ से हेल्थी प्लांट को सिलेक्ट करेगा और उसको फिर अपरूटेड करके उखाड़ के क्या करेगा, इट ट्रांसफर टू द मेन फील्ड. मीन्स यहाँ से जो हेल्थी प्लांट है उन्हीं को वो उखाड़ेगा और वो फिर अपने किस मेन खेत में, मेन फील्ड में वो क्या करेगा, ट्रांसप्लांट करेगा. दैट्स व्हाई दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड ट्रांसप्लांटेशन. मीन्स द ट्रांसफर ऑफ plant from nursery to the main field. And why it is done? This is very applicable or very suitable, or you can say the important method for the sowing of seeds. Why it is? Because there will be no chance of any type of disease in the plant. Because what we are doing here, we are selecting only healthy plants from here. So there will be no chance of any type of infection or any type of disease or germs or bacteria or virus in a what crop. So it's a water. It gives us insurance about water, about the production of crops, because we know that we are selecting only healthy प्लांट्स फ्रॉम अ नर्सरी. सो नर्सरी से मेन फील्ड में जो प्लांट को अपन ट्रांसफ़र करते हैं, दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड ट्रांसप्लांटेशन. जनरली आपने ना ऑब्जर्व किया होगा या देखा होगा टीवी में ना, किसी मूवी में या सीरियल में, कि जो पैडी या राइस की चावलों की खेती करते हैं, तो वहाँ पे क्या करते हैं, फार्मर हाथ में बहुत सारे प्लांट्स लिए होते हैं और एक एक पौधे को वो क्या करते हैं, वो उस खेत में जो पानी से भरा हुआ वहाँ पे डालते हैं. तो दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड वाटर ट्रांसप्लांटेशन. ओके, हमने क्या किया है, प्लांट को एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पे ट्रांसप्लांट किया. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड ट्रांसप्लांटेशन. ओके, आई होप यू दिस इज क्लियर फॉर ऑल एवरीवन. Yes. Now next is irrigation. Irrigation means what? Irrigation means it's the process of giving a artificial way of giving water to the plants or crops. Means how we can give the water. It's a method of giving a water or a watering of crops is known as irrigation. So there are the two different methods. Mostly that is we discuss here. That is what. The first one is a traditional method. And second one is what? First one is a traditional method, that is also known as what? Ancient method or old method. जो पुराने लोग ancient time के, for example, that we discuss later. Next one is what? Modern method. So traditional method or old method, for example, some examples of an old method which is applicable or by which the crop is irrigated, that is rahat, dakelee, chain pump, mott, yani pulley system. These are the older method of irrigation, and this method is a time consuming. This method is a time consuming and more human or animal effort is necessary or useful in this method. Okay, means there are too much time is taken by doing this process, and less amount or you can less area is irrigated by this method in a long time period. Means ज़्यादा समय में आप कम ही एरिया को इरिगेट कर पाते हो और इसमें ज़्यादा मेहनत भी होती है ना. This can be driven by the ox or a bullock. Now next method, modern method. Modern method में the first one is a water sprinkler system. Now you can see the drip irrigation. Drip irrigation, and second one is a sprinkler system. Okay, so these are the two important. Other than this one, we have also the furrow irrigation. But I know that you are saying that, sir, you tell us about water, the 4 different ways. I know that is the basin irrigation and furrow irrigation, but the two important method or this modern method is a drip irrigation and a sprinkler system. So in a drip irrigation means drip by drop by drop that water is given to the plant at the base of a plant, so that water is directly utilized by the plant, means there will be no wasting of water. Okay, and in the sprinkler system, this sprinkler system is also known as the artificial rain system of irrigation, because it have water the vertical pipe, and on the top of a vertical pipe one nozzle is there. So due to high pressure, that nozzle spread water in a large area, so it is looks like water, that artificial rain. Okay, फवारे लगाते ना खेतों में, तो बड़ी प्रेशर के साथ में वाटर जो है दूर दूर तक, क्रिकेट ग्राउंड में भी आपने देखा होगा, पूरे ग्राउंड में पानी देने के लिए, या बड़े बड़े जो गार्डन होते हैं वहाँ पे ये सिस्टम यूज़ होता है, क्योंकि देयर विल बी वो नो वेस्टेज ऑफ वाटर, और कम पानी में ही ज़्यादा एरिया को आप क्या कर सकते हैं, इरिगेट कर सकते हैं. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट आई होप यू दिस क्लियर. ट्रेडिशनल मेथड यानी जो पुराने मेथड है, और मॉडर्न मेथड में स्प्रिंकलर सिस्टम और ड्रिप इरिगेशन, फ्यूरो इरिगेशन एंड बेसिन इरिगेशन ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, बट सबसे ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है दिस टू आर. नाउ नेक्स्ट वन इज वीडिंग. नाउ वीडिंग simply you can say that removal of unwanted plants. Generally, you know that you see or you observe that with our crops, the other type of plants also grow in a field. So these plants are known as what? Weed. What is weed? Weed means unwanted plants that grow with our main crop is known as what? That is known as a weed. Okay, that is called what? Weed. मीन्स है ना, अपनी मेन फसल के साथ में आपके गेहूँ की फसल जैसे बोई, तो गेहूँ के साथ साथ में दूसरे जो घास फूस उगाते हैं, दूसरी घास उगाती है, या आपने सरसों के पौधे बोए और सरसों की फसल के साथ में दूसरे जो घास फूस उग जाती है लाइक चेनेपोडियम्स और एमरेंथस. दिस आर द what? These are the weeds. These are the examples, two important examples of weeds. And this process of removing means how we remove these unwanted plants, because what? ये हमारे लिए यूजलेस है, उन प्लांट्स का कोई भी यूज़ नहीं है, वो उल्टा हमारे लिए हार्मफुल है, क्योंकि हमारे फसल को, क्रॉप को जो अपन फूड और स्पेस और न्यूट्रिएंट दे रहे हैं वो सब यूटिलाइज किया जाता है उन प्लांट के लिए. तो हमें क्या चाहिए कि हम उनको उखाड़ के बाहर फेंक दें. सो दिस प्रोसेस ऑफ रिमूवल ऑफ दिस अनवांटेड प्लांट फ्रॉम अ फील्ड और फ्रॉम अ मेन क्रॉप और मेन प्लांट इज नोन एज वाटर. That is called water. That is called weeding. Now this weeding can be done by water, by the manual method. Manual method means simply by using a hand. by क्या करते हैं अपन खेतों में जाकर, आपने देखा होगा ना, अब जो ना किसान जैसे आप अपने खेतों में जाकर अपने हाथ से ही जो है वो घास फूस को उखाड़ देते हैं. सो दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड मैनुअल मेथड ऑफ वीडिंग, यानी वो उसको उखाड़ के खेत से बाहर फेंक देते हैं और सूखने के बाद उसको जला देते हैं. दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड मैनुअल मेथड ऑफ वीडिंग. सेकेंड, mechanical method simply use some kind of tools like trowels, which is known as what? खुरपी. है ना, खुरपी होती है ना, जैसे खुरपी से आपने देखा होगा अपने ग्रैंडफा या फादर को या फिर दूसरे को, माली जो होता है वो बगीचे में क्या होता है, खुरपी से वो घास फूस निकालते रहता है. सो दैट इज मेथड मीन्स सिंपली वी मेटलिक इंस्ट्रूमेंट वी यूज और टूल वी यूज फॉर अ what? For uprooting or removing weeds from the crop. That method is called mechanical weeding. Now third one is what? Some chemical we use. So means by using the weedicides. Weedicides means what? The chemical which is used for killing water weeds is known as weedicides. तो ये क्या होता है, कुछ केमिकल होते हैं, they are spraying in water in a field by the farmer. And I know that you are thinking that if we are use that weedicides, so it can also affect on the crop, but like that nothing happen. ओके, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होता है, क्योंकि वो पर्टिकुलर क्या होता है, पर्टिकुलर वीड्स के लिए पर्टिकुलर टाइप के वीडिसाइड्स होते हैं जो सिर्फ ओनली टारगेट ऑन दैट वीड्स, यानी वो सिर्फ अपना टारगेट किसको बनाएंगे, उन वीड को बनाएंगे, वो वीड ही उससे मर जाएंगे. मीन्स ओनली दैट वीडिसाइड्स और दैट केमिकल्स kills to what? Weeds that have only target on a weed. There will be no problem with our crops. यानी हमारी क्रॉप को, हमारी फसल को कोई नुकसान उससे नहीं पहुंचता है. वो सिर्फ किसको टारगेट बनाते हैं, वो सिर्फ टारगेट बनाते हैं वीड्स को. ओके, सम एग्जांपल्स ऑफ वीडिसाइड्स. For example, 2,4-D metachlor, 2,4-D metachlor, cystiazine. These are some example of some chemical which is used as a water weedicides to kill the weeds in a field. Okay. So first I rough this one, then we discuss the remaining 5th, 6th and 7th point. Okay. So now next, the next one is what? A crop protection. Crop protection means how we can protect our crop from a insect, from the pest, from the birds and stray animals. Okay. So how we can protect? Are you guessing, anyone? Yes. Simply we are form water the boundaries around our field. Why it is? To protect our crop from stray animals. यानी कि जो फालतू के एनिमल्स जो गाय भैंस इधर उधर घूमते हैं, वाइल्ड एनिमल्स है, या उनसे अपने फसल को किस तरह से अपन बचा रहे हैं. दिस प्रैक्टिस इज कॉल्ड वाटर क्रॉप प्रोटेक्शन. सो क्रॉप को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए ऑल्सो यू कैन सी फील्ड दैट द स्कैरी क्रो, है ना, पुतला बना के एक आदमी जैसा पुतला बना के ना खेतों में डाल देते हैं. दैट इज कॉल्ड स्कैरी क्रो. तो उससे क्या होता है, बर्ड्स है या फिर एनिमल है वो उससे डरते रहते हैं कि कोई न कोई हो जहाँ पे कोई फार्मर खड़ा है फील्ड में, तो वो नुकसान नहीं पहुँचाते हैं. ऑल्सो फॉर प्रोटेक्टिंग द क्रॉप्स फ्रॉम द बर्ड्स, द सिंपली फार्मर बीटिंग ड्रम्स, है ना, डोल या ड्रम या कुछ ऐसा बजाते रहते हैं. जस्ट लाइक आपने भी कुछ दिन पहले सुना होगा ना कि खेतों में किसान ड्रम और ये सब थालियाँ बजा रहे हैं. क्यों? टिड्डी को भगाने के लिए, है ना. तो वो क्या कर रहे हैं, वो अपने क्रॉप को प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे हैं, बचा रहे हैं. सो देयर आर द मेनी मेथड्स फॉर प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ वाटर क्रॉप्स. फर्स्ट वन, मेकिंग द फेंसिंग अराउंड द फील्ड, हाँ ना, तारबंदी भी बना सकते हैं, दीवार भी बना सकते हैं, या फिर कांटों की बाड़ भी लगा सकते हैं. स्कैरी ग्रो, हाँ, पुट द स्कैरी ग्रो इन मिडल ऑफ field, beating drums and other things. We can use insecticides to protect our crop from insect, fungicide from the fungi, है ना, pesticides from the pest means पेस्ट से बचने के लिए पेस्टिसाइड्स यूज़ कर सकते हैं, कीड़ों से, है ना, इंसेक्ट से बचने के लिए इंसेक्टिसाइड यूज़ कर सकते हैं, फंजाई से बचने के लिए फंजिसाइड अपने यूज़ कर सकते हैं. So these are the method, and also we can protect our crops by the insect and germs. If at the beginning, means when we are selecting the seeds, so that time if seed is treated with some fungicide or insecticide or pesticide, so there will be no chance of of growing what germs and pest and insect in that grow. Okay. Now next, harvesting. Harvesting means after the maturation, when the crop is mature for ready for water cutting. So that process of cutting of mature crop and gathering is called water harvesting. And this can be done by the sickle. Sickle means normal, आपने इस टाइप का ना शेप का लिखा होगा. And this instrument is used for water harvesting or cutting. Okay. And harvesting or cutting, this also can be done with the some machine used like a harvester. And nowadays the one modern tools we use, machine we use, that is called combine harvester. Means the harvester and threshing both done in a water within the one machine, that is called a combine harvester. So after cutting or gathering of all the mature crop, what happened? Now next process is adapted for a separation process, that is what? Threshing. So threshing means what? The removal of unwanted part or chaff from the crop is known as what? Threshing. And this threshing is can be done with water by the using thresher. Okay. And one more important process, that winnowing. Winnowing means by using air or a wind we can separate the grains from the chaff. That lighter chaff, that chaff is separated by water by the process of winnowing or by the blowing of a wind. Now next is storage. Storage means after water, after the threshing and winnowing we collect or that grains should be stored in a water in a jute granaries है ना, that space is called granaries. तो हम क्या करते हैं जो जूट की बोरियां होती है उसमें भर के गोदाम में रख देते हैं, तो उसको कहते हैं granaries. That place is granary and that place should be neat and clean. It has a good facility of aeration, means well ventilated होना चाहिए ना, अच्छी तरह से एयर पास होना चाहिए, सनलाइट आनी चाहिए. There will be no moistures in that area and free from all the insect and rodent. Otherwise what happen, जो भी आपने स्टोर किया है that will be spoiled by the rodents and moistures and insect. And sometimes the tall metallic cylinder is also used for storing grains, that is called water silos. That is called water silos. Okay, so these are the all process or all practices adopted by the farmer for water, for the agriculture to ensure the good yield. Okay, now next we are discussing about water green revolution and the mixed cultivation and food from animals. Okay, so shall I have this one, then next we discuss on other remaining topic. So next one, water, the green revolution. Green revolution means water, it is means in the field of water the cereals and the grains. यानी अचानक से जो first I already discussed in our online class that after the freedom, when we got the freedom 1947, after that we are not able or we not have the sufficient food in food production in our country. So what we export the lot of grains from the outside or from the other country. But now the green revolution means it's dramatically or excess increase in the field of water, the productivity of grains and the cereals. ये अचानक से जो खाने के जो सीरियल्स के फील्ड में, ग्रेन्स के फील्ड में जो हमने अचानक से जो प्रोडक्टिविटी इंक्रीज की, दैट इज कॉल्ड वाटर ग्रीन रिवोल्यूशन. मीन्स इट रिफर्स टू द ड्रामेटिक इंक्रीज इन एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोडक्टिविटी ड्यू टू use of improved varieties of seeds. Means high yielding varieties or improved varieties के seeds if we used to increase the productivity. This refers to water. This is known as water green revolution. Green revolution means in the field of water, cereals, the productivity of cereals and grains. And this also leads by the expansion of agriculture areas. Means इसके अलावा high yielding varieties के seeds अपन ने यूज़ किए, इसके साथ साथ में हमने अपना जो agriculture area था, वो फार्म की साइज़ थी वो भी बढ़ाई. तो मीन्स ज़्यादा लैंड इज कवर्ड, more land is covered for water, for the practice of agriculture or for the production of food and grains. And one more, that is the mixed farming. Means we adopted the mixed farming. So these are the three factors which increase the productivity. So this all three effects play a very important role in the green revolution. Means the use of high yielding variety of seeds, second expansion of agriculture areas, and third one mixed farming. So there are two scientists, Dr. Norman Borlaug. So they introduced first the high yielding variety of seeds. They introduced first time in India from the Mexico. Means उन्होंने मेक्सिको से क्या वीट के जो गेहूं के ना हाई यील्डिंग वैरायटीज वाले प्लांट्स इंडिया में इंट्रोड्यूस किए, लाए. देन डॉक्टर the genetist means which study about the genes. So डॉक्टर MS स्वामीनाथन, उन्होंने क्या किया, उसी मैक्सिकन वैरायटीज़ को क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई किया, क्रॉस ब्रीड करवाया हमारे लोकल ब्रीड के साथ में. उनके जीन्स को जो हमारे जो देसी न ब्रीड थी उसके साथ में क्या किया, उनके साथ में क्रॉस कराने के बाद में उन्होंने नई वैरायटी डेवलप की. सो इन दोनों के एफर्ट से, मेहनत से क्या हुआ कि हम ये सब कुछ कर पाए. सो बोथ साइंटिस्ट नॉर्मन बोरलॉग एंड डॉक्टर स्वामीनाथन प्ले वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल इन green revolution. This question many time asked in exam that who is the father of green revolution in India. तो MS स्वामीनाथन. ओके, क्योंकि उन्होंने ही जो है वो मैक्सिकन ब्रीड को इंडियन ब्रीड के साथ में क्रॉस हाइब्रिड करा के न्यू हाई यील्डिंग वैरायटी सीड्स डेवलप किए थे. नाउ नेक्स्ट वन मिक्स्ड कल्टीवेशन. मिक्स्ड कल्टीवेशन मीन्स द प्रोसेस ऑफ ग्रोइंग टू और मोर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ क्रॉप्स इन अ पर्टिकुलर फील्ड. एक ही फील्ड में सेम टाइम हम क्या करेंगे, दो या दो से ज़्यादा फसल को एक साथ में उगाएंगे. सपोज दैट हमने एक रो जो है वो हमने वीट का ले लिया, तो दूसरे जो है वो अपना ग्राम का हो जाएगा, फिर वापस वीट का अगेन देन ग्राम. मीन्स एक पेचेस वन दिस रो इज कवर्ड विद वीट, देन ग्राम वीट एंड ग्राम, या फिर cauliflower. So that is depends on water, that is depends we are selecting the crops in this mixed cultivation is based on water, their nutrient requirements, means which type of nutrient is required by that crop, means the requirement of nutrient for both crops are different. एक ही सेम टाइप की nutrient requirement नहीं होनी चाहिए, otherwise both are start fighting for water nutrient. हाँ, इसको नाइट्रोजन ज़्यादा चाहिए तो इसको ना फॉस्फोरस ज़्यादा चाहिए, तो इस टाइप के फसल को अपन करेंगे कि वो दोनों की जो न्यूट्रिएंट रिक्वायरमेंट है दैट शुड बी डिफरेंट. नाउ वन अनदर मेथड वी आल्सो अप्लाई फॉर दैट इज व्हाट, क्रॉप रोटेशन. क्रॉप रोटेशन मीन्स वी शुड रोटेट क्रॉप वन बाय वन, मीन्स वन टाइम इफ वी आर growing water we cultivated the gram, next time we should go with the wheat, means in between the one crop we should use water leguminous crops, like means all kind of the pulses or leguminous plant which water which can improve the soil fertility. So crop rotation means the practice of growing two or more dissimilar crops on the same patch or land alternatively, means एक ही फील्ड में हम एक के बाद एक जो है वो अल्टरनेटिवली फसल को ना क्रॉप को अपन क्या करेंगे, कल्टीवेट करेंगे. मीन्स दिस टाइम इन दिस सीजन इफ वी कल्टीवेट वीट, द नेक्स्ट टाइम वी गो फॉर वाटर अनदर, मीन्स लाइक ग्राम पी, हाँ मटर है या फिर चने की खेती है वो करेंगे, या मूंग की खेती, उसके बाद में फिर वापस आप वीट यूज़ कर सकते हो. मीन्स अल्टरनेटिवली वन बाय वन वी रोटेट, है ना, जिस तरह से रोटेट करते हैं ना, स्ट्राइक रोटेट करते एक के बाद एक, तो एक के बाद एक हम भी क्या करेंगे, और फार्मर शुड बी यूज्ड वाटर to dissimilar crops one by one alternatively. So this method is called what, crop rotation. Now next one, animal husbandry. Animal husbandry means is a method or practice of breeding and rearing or raising of animal for the food product or for other product. Means जो पशु पालन होता है ना, पशुओं को अपन पालते हैं फूड के लिए या फिर वो अदर डेयरी प्रोडक्ट के लिए, फिर और भी अदर प्रोडक्ट के लिए. दिस प्रैक्टिस ऑफ रियरिंग एंड केयरिंग और breeding and rearing and raising of animal is known as what, animal husbandry, because we know that animal is also a source for water food, means many different type of food product we are obtained from animal. For animal milk, for example, milk we are derived or we are getting from the animal cow and buffalo. Dairy product, cheese, butter, curd, egg, meat, this all are the what, animal product, and these are the main source or food source for the human being. Okay, so this practice is called what, animal husbandry. So I hope you understood this all things. If you have any difficulties, then you can ask without any hesitation to me. Please don't hesitate, you can ask anytime, okay, through the WhatsApp message. Okay, so now in after revising this we discuss about the second chapter. Thank you.